Price up, price up. Price up, price up. Need to get moms a limo and the driver with it, yeah. Need to get moms a mansion and a butler with it, yeah. Scarface get money on salon, that's business, yeah. So I'ma keep on whipping until my wrist is twisted, yeah. Whip it. Watch what the fuck you say, NFL mic'd up. Lamar Jackson missed the deadline, then I mean the price up. Playing more for the team, all black, NBA lineup. I win, then we all win, which means they can't buy us. I have 5 albums available at jimmybfearless.com. That's jimmybfearless.com. If you're looking for some good music to listen to, go ahead and check out. We got Becoming Fearless. We got Passport Stamps, Kobayashi, Free Lunch Baby, and you can pre-order The Love Is Real. Make sure you go to jimmybfearless.com, check us out, support us. Much love. Now let's go to the show. Welcome to What the F Happened This Week, and we got crazy breaking news. Big homie Wayne is coming on very soon in a quick second, but this week I did not get the empty chair. That brother is known for having the invisible effect, like the Invisible Man. So finally got that together. Rita, how are you doing? From Rita's F'd Up Stats, how are you doing this beautiful day?
F'd Up Stats wise, I'm good.
Good. Busy and highly favored.
Yeah, blessed and highly favored. Praise the Lord, praise the Most High, and yeah.
Good.
That's about it.
I added big homie Wayne and he left. Came right back and left.
Hey,
all right, let's try to add him this time. Yes,
yeah,
man.
I
We can hear you.
apologize. Of course, that had to happen. That had to happen as soon as we started the show. I had to drop my son off. I'm sorry. That just kind of has to happen.
Family.
Just to be real, to be TMI with it, Steffi just brought me like 2 big ass niggas of shit before the show started. So great.
Great. Shout out to y'all babies. So we got some crazy breaking news. Bill Belichick just decided to become the head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels college football team. Mm-hmm. I know that it was going around. It's been going around for a couple of days. And he said, we'll see on Pat McAfee's show. So I was like, oh, yeah, he's really going to do this. But now for it to break and it not to be like the Tar Heels basketball team, for it to be the football team, I think it's shocking. I think it's going to be crazy that Bill is coaching in college. And I definitely have some very strong thoughts about this. Yeah. But big homie Wayne, I really want to start with you because you brought this topic to our attention. What do you think? What do you think about Bill Belichick now being the new head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels college football team?
I don't get it. It seems like regression to me. I don't see the point in you going to a college team when there's plenty of pro football teams for you to go to. I want to say he chose it to be less stressful on him than a pro team. But I don't know, man. I feel like the whole pomp and circumstance of college football can be very draining, and it's a lot to have on your shoulders. And I may be wrong, but I don't think that Belichick needs that on his shoulders at his age. Another thing I thought of is I kind of feel like maybe this is this black effect where you're watching Dion and he's doing well, and you look at him doing it and you're like, well, damn, maybe I can do it too. Like, he makes it look cool. He makes it look easy. He makes it look, like he's getting the hang of it. So maybe why don't I, give it a try too? Or maybe it's just, he feel like he's conquered the NFL and, he wants to try something different. That's just the different thoughts that I'm having about this as to why he would have joined the college team. I don't really think too much for that last one. That was just like an extra thought that I thought of. But I feel like we may have was it Harbaugh that went from the NFL to college or college to NFL and then went right back because he started to suck at it? Who was that did that? Do you remember?
Get me to line.
Who went back to college? Who went to the NFL and they came right back because he sucked at
back
it?
To college before the season. Was it Harbaugh?
It was the Denver guy.
It was the Denver guy. Who?
Broncos guy. Wasn't it him? Who's the Broncos coach?
One of the most recent examples I have of that is Matt Rule. Matt Rule was the head coach for the Carolina Panthers. And unfortunately, they couldn't get the quarterback situation right. And he was like, yo, this just didn't work out. He got fired mid-season after, I think, in his second year. And the owner's a lunatic for the Panthers. So he was like, F that. He makes quick decisions. He runs it like he used to run Google. So that guy, that coach, he went right back to college and he started coaching at Nebraska. And they're not really good. So I think that was just he had a couple good seasons at Baylor, I think he was at. So it does happen. It does happen. But go ahead, big homie Wayne.
That was it, man. I kind of feel like he I don't know. I want to say he wants to try something different, but I don't think this is the different that he needs. I feel like he's a little too old for college football. I feel like it's a much different mentality than pro football for him to be playing in. And I don't know, man. I feel like he's a little bit too much for those kids. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think those kids need that type of coaching on any aspect. I think Dion is good at what he does, as decent as what he does. Everybody else, thinks he's wonderful. I think he's fairly good. But I think Belichick may be a little bit too much hard-nosed. And I think he does better with, millionaires, people that they're actually paying well, to play the game. I think he does better doing that. I may be wrong, but we'll see. I just don't see it for him. And college football is a happy sport. Belichick isn't a happy dude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think he's going to really care for it's a different type of fan attitude, fan reaction from pro to college. And I think it may be just like a lot for him to really get a hold of in college. I don't know, man. I may be wrong, but I don't know. I don't think this is for him. All
right, Rita, what do you think about Bill Belichick becoming the next head coach of the North Carolina Tar Heels football team?
Well, for one, they must have been paying some crazy ass bread. 2, he must not have received any offers from anybody in the NFL. 3, for him to even take this job. Now, what I'm thinking about here, from looking at the show about Aaron Hernandez, when he was in, Bill Belichick was the coach, the guy that played him, I'm thinking that he played him to a T. Okay. So if you watch that show, the FX special of Aaron Hernandez, Bill Belichick was nuts. I was like, damn, I didn't know he was that crazy. And then, of course, with the whole videos of him going out on the porch and all that, I saw the resemblance, and I felt like that was a great depiction of who he is as a person. Do I know that personally? No. But from that show, I feel like that's a great depiction of who he is. Now, looking back at that show compared to what he can do with the college students, did they want him because the team is that crazy? The Florida coach that was coaching Aaron Hernandez and was it Tom Brady or Gronk that was also at Florida at the same time? Whoever it was, I think it was Gronk. Anyway, who cares? That Florida coach had like fucking 3 heart attacks messing around and trying to coach some college boys. So maybe that's the reason why they did hire Bill Belichick, because they wanted him to go ahead and get these hard-headed, crazy ass college kids that are all about whatever and doing whatever and all up with the shits, get them in line. So I'm thinking of it in that aspect, that the reason why he took this job is because they convinced him that, yes, he needs to get these hard-headed ass college football players in line. And he's the only one that can do that because he's a legend. He's a legend and he's an elder, and they have no choice but to respect him. 2, how connected and how deep is that NC program? Are they like number 1 in NCAA, whatever the fuck it's called? Are they number 1? Are they top level? Do they have like endless guap? Do they have like crazy funds to even like support this type of movement? Do they have a team? Because the way they made it seem like in that show was that Florida had like lawyers, connects. If you trouble, if you got into some shit at the club, if you got into some shit with drugs, they had somebody that they can rely on that can go ahead and cut that out on top of the coach. So is all this kind of like playing back? Like, I'm just thinking about how that show went and how it showed a different side of the collegiate football versus NFL. And I'm just like, damn, is this going to happen again? Or is he going to be that hard ass, no nonsense coach that get these motherfuckers actually ready for the NFL? But I do believe in him that he can go ahead and take a quarterback, a running back, a tight end to that elite level. So there must be some belief in him and his coaching style and the way he works. So that's why he was just like in the bread on top of all of that. That's why he was like, yeah, I'll go over there and mold these little hard-headed motherfuckers to go ahead and be ready for the NFL. So you never know. Could he fail? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Because people are sensitive now. The generations are different now. Back in the 90s and early 2000s, that's a different generation. I don't even know. It was Y, Z, X, W, whatever the fuck, millennial, whatever. This generation now, are they more sensitive? Could they handle being cussed out? Can they handle the hardness that he has, the weirdness that he has as a leader? He's a weird leader. That's what I got that's the perception that I had from those shows and from just him being on the sideline. And he always has that like stone face, but he's also with the too on the side. So maybe he's not going to be too crazy. I don't know. I do know this for a fact. He's going to make them men. If they ain't men already, he's going to make them men. He's going to make them elite or try to. And he's used to some drama. He's used to the shit happening because he has experience with that. So we're going to see. I'm actually quite shocked, honestly. I didn't know that this was happening today. So when you sent that note, I was like, oh shit. I thought it was the Panthers.
Let's not talk about that. Okay. So let me I like to go ahead and share my opinion about this news. So basically, I think that Bill Belichick made this decision because he does want a pipeline into the NFL. He talked about that on the Pat McAfee show, how he believes that college should be a pipeline to the NFL. And I think that Bill looked at it in a particular type of way that I do think is something that elder statesmen in college or just in football in general would look at it as. He had the opportunity to probably sign to an NFL team and get the opportunity to be a head coach, but he might not have the responsibility as a GM, which he had with the Patriots. So with the Patriots, he had complete control. Once he goes to UNC, he's going to have complete control again. They might have a AD or another position that is, taking care of different aspects of the overall organization of sports at the college, but he's going to be the one that is in control. So he'll have complete control of this program. Another thing is that with NIL, he's going to have the ability to pay players. And I guarantee right now, a bunch of players are transferring because they know that they're going to get experience from basically the best NFL coach ever. Also, and no one said this, and I'm surprised you guys didn't say it, you got to give a lot of this up to Deion Sanders. Because Deion Sanders went to two regular football teams that weren't good and made them good within college. He technically went from, being a commentator to being a player to coaching Little League, basically, to now being on this collegiate level. College football is as popular as the NFL. And honestly, it's probably more, certainly when it comes to the regional aspect. The North Carolina Tar Heel football team is more popular than the Panthers, 100%. They got bread. Those guys have bread. If it's not like I play football there, I play basketball there. These are millionaires that are like the people that are alum in this school. So Bill is going to get whatever he wants. The weird thing is that Bill will be the oldest coach in FBS. And the previous coach, I think his name was, what was his name? The previous coach that they had, he was 72. Bill is 73. So North Carolina is just keeping that old stuff going. And I just truly, truly believe that he did this so he can have power. He did this because I don't think he was interested in the NFL anymore. He definitely wanted a different challenge, but I really believe he wants to create a pipeline. I think he wants to create a real pipeline for when you're in college, you are super duper ready to be a quarterback. You're ready to be a running back. You're ready to be an offensive lineman, defensive lineman. You don't need any more gearing up. And you're going to see a lot of players transfer to North Carolina to be like, yo, I want to learn the NFL experience from Bill. And that there is something that is, you can't teach that. And there isn't a lot of college coaches right now that can give you that wisdom. So it's a different type of move than I expected from him. But if you look at and think about the next openings for the next teams that will have head coach openings in the NFL, where does he really want to go? He doesn't want to go to the Jets because he fucking hates the Jets. He despises the Jets. He's not going to the Giants. He's not going to the Giants. They beat him in Super Bowl 2 times. They need a quarterback. They don't have one. You're in a lose-lose situation on that. He's not going to go to Oakland. I mean, he could, I guess. He could have with Tom Brady, but Tom Brady really don't own the team yet. So why would you go to Oakland? And they need a quarterback. There really isn't any team that's going to have a head coaching position open in the NFL that has a quarterback established. And we already know that Bill needs a quarterback to succeed because he had Bill Belichick or he had Tom Brady. So this shit ain't gonna work. So if I was him, I'd rather go to college, lose a couple of years, build my team up, have a built-in excuse, have ultimate power, and have bread. It's a smart move. I just didn't think he would do that. So that's my thoughts on it. I think it's cool.
Why not? Okay, so
go ahead.
I'm sorry. So first off, the past coach is it Mac Brown?
Yeah.
Mac Brown. Okay. All right. Secondly, I asked this before a few weeks ago. But of course the situation changed because of Belichick. You would rather get that experience from Belichick than Dion?
Yeah, I mean, I think that I would definitely, because we talked about kids, I would have my kid go there to coach or to be under Belichick. Yeah, because
with
Deion Sanders,
as hard-nosed and ass-holy as he is, you would still want that, for your child.
Well, I like the holy part of Deion Sanders. I do think that having some type of belief system in your life is powerful. But Bill Belichick, you can't beat that experience. He might be a terrible college coach, to be straight up honest with you. But I don't feel like you're going to get a lot of coaching from Bill Belichick. You're going to get that staff. And that's what everyone discounts is the college staff. Like, you can believe that Colorado is going to have a bunch of like defensive linemen get drafted, maybe in the 6th round or 5th round, but those guys are going to be workhorses because Warren Sapp is their fucking coach and he's teaching them how to be a dog. And it's not just for college, it's for the NFL. So I think that the people that's going to coach with Bill Belichick is going to be stupid. He's going to have all former coaches. He's going to have some dudes that you never heard of that he knows that are amazing. He's going to have amazing coaching staff. And those coaching staff, those assistant coaches, those are the ones that work with the players. The head coach is there to, it's kind of like a job. The big boss is there to do an overview. But those specialty coaches, man, those offensive line coaches, the defensive back coaches, man, those guys are going to get coached up. It's going to be wonderful. It's going to be wonderful to just experience that. They might not win a lot of games, but they darn sure is going to put out some good NFL players, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. I would rather have my son go to Bill than Dion. But Dion would definitely be, on my list if I had a son, that wanted to play football. All right. Let's talk about the Cowboys and how they just keep messing up. They can't. They can't stop. They can't stop messing up. Big homie Wayne, I'm not even going to do no introduction. Everybody know what I'm talking about. Big homie Wayne, what do you think about these? What do you think about the Cowboys, man?
Damn, what this? Damn, fumble Rooski. No, that was a this is comical. It's getting comical at this point. It don't even look like a real NFL team. Bill should have went to the damn Cowboys, man.
Yeah.
And how does old boy still have his coaching job? Like 2 different coaches lost their job in the past month, and it's McCarthy, right? Like he's still Gucci. How is that even possible? What the hell is going on? You know, how do y'all not see this? Everybody still has their job intact, and everybody is fucking up. It's wild.
I would love to talk about that for a quick second. I think the reason why he has his job is because Jerry Jones, truly believes that coach is loyal, and he doesn't want to lose loyalty. Like he's like, this is weird, but he's like Trump in that way, where it's like, you can be the worst person on the planet, but if you loyal to old boy, he gonna get you in there, and he gonna keep you in there, and he gonna fight for you. That's how Jerry is. And I just really honestly would not be surprised if this dude gets an extension, Wayne. Don't be surprised if he gets an extension, and he's had a horrible season. Go ahead,
horrible
like
season.
Bad, like his shit is sick.
I don't get it. I think the whole team is absolutely laughable, and it's all the way up to the owner. You know what I mean? And of course, it's been like this for weeks, but it's actually starting to show out on the field, and just it's stopped being mistakes. And at this point, it's just starting to be blunders. And you know how they always have the top 10 blunders on ESPN 6. And then they show all the bloopers and blunders on TV and shit. And they add in the sound effects like boop and then do that goofy ass music and shit. The Cowboys have turned into that goofy ass team that everybody makes fun of and puts all that goofy music and sound effect behind. That is what they the ball is way over here and shit. Man, it's you paid this dude $250 million to make you out a laughing stock of the NFL. It's wild, bro. It's absolutely wild, man. And it's also kind of entertaining to see all at the same time, because something happens to them every single year to where they just get held back again for another year. And the only people that ever really cares about the Cowboys, as Americans team as they are, the only people that really care about the Cowboys are Cowboy fans, you know? And at this point, it's just become entertaining, as horrible as it sounds, to watch them lose, to watch them constantly just fail. And it's so sad to say. I'm sorry, I'm not somebody who enjoys somebody failing, but it's hard not to watch this and be like, look at these crazy niggas. Like these dudes right here. Like it's literally 2 minutes left, bro. 2 minutes left. All you gotta do is survive like a minute and a half, man. And they couldn't do it, bro. And it's astonishing. So but shout out to the Cowboys, shout out to the whole team. At least they're still trying. But yeah, at this point, I'm not saying that the Bengals have been doing great this year. You know, not great, but I mean, goddamn, man. You know, it's just really weird.
The Cowboys
in this space, and I really thought that something good was going to happen when they gave Dakota the money, but obviously not, man. And it's just becoming laughable, man. And it's an unfortunate kind of laughable. How do you feel about it, though?
The Cowboys made an egregious error on this dumb idea of being like, we're going all in. And he don't know what all in means, obviously. All in means we getting a bunch of free agents, we doing trades, we drafted some crazy players, we doing whatever we can to make this team better, because we feel like with another push, with Derrick Henry as our running back, we can get to the Super Bowl. And they brought back Ezekiel Elliott. I'm so tired of talking about these bums, but they keep doing dumb stuff to continue to be like, just, I can't believe that they're doing this. I cannot stand the fact that the Cowboys put themselves in a dumb situation where they do have Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb under contract. Now, I'm not saying that they can't do contract maneuvering. The contract, the cap space and the hard cap in the NFL is bogus. You can do crazy stuff. You can push somebody's contract down the line 5 years. You can pay them a whole bunch of big signing bonus, and then it won't count against your cap. You can do some gymnastics. So do not believe that they can't improve the team, but they don't want to. And the thing is that CeeDee Lamb is just him. It's just him. They don't have any other wide receiver talent. They don't have a running back. It's really Micah Parsons and D-Law, and D-Law is kind of getting older. So you don't really have a strong pass rush like you used to. Your corners are actually good, but if you can't get a pass rush, what's going to happen? The defense is going to fall apart. This team fundamentally has issues, and it's like from the top. If the top of the organization is bad in any organization, the bottom's going to be bad too. It doesn't matter what type of workers you have. They need new leadership, and they need leadership in terms of a new GM, and that shit ain't never happening. It ain't never happening ever until that man goes to glory. It's not happening. And even then, his sons is just as psycho as him. They just don't talk as much. Man, the Cowboys ain't winning no Super Bowl. They ain't getting no new quarterback next year. They going to draft some wide receiver. It's going to be the same shit. So, to me, it's really what Stephen A. Smith said. What can go wrong will go wrong with the Dallas Cowboys. It don't matter how good the motherfuckers is. They always going to find a way to fuck up. And it's really that karma, man, when they fired their coach. That bullshit, that karma, they should have never did that. I'm talking about back when they was winning Super Bowls. You feel me? That's what I'm talking about. Rita, did you get a chance to see that terrible, the blunder in Dallas?
Actually, okay, so I think I went to sleep on like the third minute. It was like 3 minutes left in the fourth, and I was like, oh, fuck it.
No, man, you was 1 minute away.
So I was like, I can't. I'm ready to go to sleep. So I left. So because I figured they was gonna lose. I said,
that's messed up.
I was like, I don't even care if they even came back in the last minute. I don't care. And I was like, hopefully, I didn't give a shit. So
that's good. That's the way that you should feel about the Dallas Cowboys. That's real, because we shouldn't give a shit about these motherfuckers, but it's astonishing to me that when you got two all-pro corners, you have an all-pro defensive end, you have an a former all-pro defensive tackle or nickel tackle, whatever Lawrence is, and then you have an all-pro wide receiver and quarterback, and y'all can't get out your own way. And Michael Parsons going to have the fucking nerve on his podcast last week to say, we still in the hunt for the playoffs. Y'all better watch out for us. Bitch,
you got it. Hey, you got to keep the hope alive, man.
Yes, but you don't. You're right.
You got to. You can't
Wayne's
just give
right.
up. And
you can't just give up.
You can't give up on media. You can't give up on media, bro.
Yeah, you can't give up. You're right.
Oh,
you're right.
Man. See y'all next year.
You said what, Rita?
I appreciate the panache or whatever the fuck that word is.
That's right. But the thing that killed me is that he walked off the field before the game was over.
Because he knew it was over.
And threw his helmet. I'm like, you knew though. Like, why you gonna get mad when you knew y'all wasn't gonna win nothing?
Stop it, man. Stop it. Everybody, look, you're allowed to be angry.
Yeah, you are.
You're allowed to be angry.
Yes, you are.
And you can't expect people to always have like that professional mentality when the camera's in your face.
I mean, it's football. It's not too professional. Yeah, it's football. You don't have to be that super professional. And he's a defensive lineman. He's not a quarterback. So he's okay to be he's supposed to be emotional. He's supposed to be pissed. And I would be pissed too.
And the fans we like it. We love it. The fans love it when like people like are pissed off on the sideline. I love it. Like if
I just don't understand why he's so mad, because he knew what was going to happen, right? He knew that team was
throwing your helmet every year. Throw the helmet. Throw the iPad or well, actually no, y'all don't use iPads. That's your problem now. Y'all don't have no Apple products. But anyway,
Microsoft Surface.
Them niggas be 2 plays behind. Yeah, Surface.
But if Microsoft want to sponsor us, we'll be down. But anyway, fuck off.
He said they 2 plays behind.
Y'all ain't got no Apple products on the motherfucking field.
Give me like this. This ain't the play.
This from last week, bitch.
What the hell?
What is it? Okay, and this is how you know.
Bring me an iPod Touch. Damn.
What is Microsoft's AI called? What is it? Is there? What is it called?
Copilot? I don't know what it's called.
Google has Gemini.
Copilot.
And Gemini actually talks to your motherfucking ass now, like a therapist. Apple Intelligence. What's Microsoft's AI?
I think it's like Buford or something. It's like a regular name.
It's bullshit. So
it's regular Microsoft, right?
Hold up.
Oh damn! Now I gotta Google this.
I think it's called Copilot. Yeah, it's called Copilot. Yeah.
Okay, but it ain't Copilot and
Copilot.
nothing.
Yeah.
Okay, so do you remember in Airplane when the co-pilot was actually a blow-up doll? So that's what I'm fucking saying. that autopilot landed that plane. I tell you that motherfucker landed that plane. Yeah, after he got blown. Anyway,
real quick. Do y'all, speaking of Airplane, I was just like watching something on YouTube about these movies, Naked Guns and shit like that. Do y'all remember? Do y'all remember the movie Wrongfully Accused?
Yeah,
with Liam Neeson.
Yes.
Not Liam Neeson. I'm sorry. What's the dude's name? Liam Neeson.
I thought it was Liam Neeson. What's that dude's name?
No,
Leslie something.
Leslie Nielsen.
Leslie Nielsen. Yeah. Wrongfully accused when they were making fun of the fugitive movies.
Because the legs, right? And the dude had no leg, no arms.
Right. So there was a scene I was thinking about that was cracking me up, where Leslie Nielsen was running as a prisoner from the train, like the train was chasing after him. And there was a scene where he hid behind the tree, right, to see the train was still tracing him. And he looks behind the tree to see if the train is still there. He looks behind the tree like this, and then the train looks behind the tree too, like, and like he was following him and shit. Nigga, I was crying. That nigga, the train was like, I got you, bitch. Yo.
How did we get here?
We gotta watch that joint, man.
I don't know.
We gotta watch that joint.
I gotta watch that movie.
I gotta watch that. We gotta watch it because Courtney just watched National Lampoon's Christmas. She just watched that. We just watched it, and she was crying. She was like, "Oh, I need to watch all of those." I was like, "Man."
So she hasn't seen National Lampoon's Vegas.
She ain't seen Vegas. She ain't seen Vacation. She ain't seen none of that shit. She ain't
European Vacation.
Nope, she ain't seen none of that. She ain't seen. She hasn't seen any of the Naked Guns. She hasn't seen none of the Naked Guns. Not one. She was not even a thought. She wasn't even a thought when that came out, bro. Yep. I don't even think she's seen Police Academy.
Oh damn! You gotta introduce her, bro. Y'all gotta sit down and take the time, bro.
Yeah, man. Because those joints change your view of comedy. Like,
yes, that's
like
when
shaped.
Like, comedic movies were they were just everything. Well, damn, has she seen any of the scary movies? The scary movies were like trash after 3, but still, like
she saw the scary movies. That was 2000. She saw that.
Okay.
Everything we saw was in the 80s, bro. So only reason why I saw it is because of y'all.
Yeah,
like, I would have missed that shit. That's the only reason why I saw it, because of y'all. I would have missed it. Like, if you don't adults in your household, like a older, like, family and stuff, you gonna miss all those movies.
Yeah,
like you gonna miss all of them. Like, but yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, I don't know how we got to this level,
but we was talking about the Cowboys and how they just keep blundering like fucking old slapstick movies, like on some old vaudeville type of shit. Yeah. Like they clowns, man. The only thing I can give them grace for is that the guy that made the mistake, he had just got off of the practice. No, he had just got picked up from like the street, and he was trying to. I think he was just trying to make a play, bro. I think he was trying to get the ball, make a touchdown, so he could stay on the team. I ain't mad at him for that, but you gotta know the rules when you're on special teams, bro. You gotta know the rules. You gotta know the rules of engagement.
He probably didn't even read the playbook or none of that. Like, he didn't have time for that shit, I think.
But what he did was something that's very common. If that happens, you don't touch the fucking ball. Everyone knows that. It's been around since like the 50s because it happened in the 50s. It caused a team a championship. You just don't touch that ball. Remember it happened in the Super Bowl?
Which one?
I think it was with the Steelers, where the dude jumped in the sky trying to get the onside kick, and he touched it and didn't catch it. And then it wasn't even 10 yards. It was like 3 yards. But if you touch it if you touch it, it's supposed, so onside kick is supposed to go at least 10 yards. But he touched it beforehand. And that's what caused the ball to be live. And then the other team got it, won the Super Bowl. And then they got cut like the next week.
I didn't know the rules, even though they changed.
You talking about in 1996?
No, this was recent. This was like 2000. It was in 2010.
Steelers ain't been in the bowl.
Nah, they ain't been in the bowl in a minute. But yeah, Cowboys keep messing up, and they getting to the point where we don't got to talk about them no more.
Yeah, fuck it.
Because they ain't gonna fire their coach. They ain't gonna fire the GM because that's the owner. So fuck them, and they ain't going Super Bowl. It's over. They 5-8. It's a wrap. Like like gyros. So all right, this is the last thing I want to talk about today. We could push the Panthers conversation to next week, Rita, because I want to give the Panthers and these bad teams another week.
Oh yeah.
Rita, I want to talk about your topic.
Yes.
Could the Steelers and Lions make it to the Super Bowl? I'm gonna give you the floor. I want you to explain why you think this is possible.
Okay, it's a special edition of Sarita's fucked up stats.
Wayne, help me.
They're not too fucked up, but I'm going off of Google, so you never know.
I love it.
So Lions. Hold on, I gotta look at my tabs. Lions right now.
At least act like you know the shit. You know.
Okay, NFC, bang. NFC North. They 12-1. Here's their schedule. They play. Who the fuck they play? Hold on, I gotta scroll. They play. Where the fuck is it?
You don't get no more solo camera because you can't handle the solo camera.
I'm with it. Oh no wonder it's like fucked up. Here we go. I had to scroll all the way to the bottom. My bad. It shit was in 2017. I was like, what the hell's going on here? Okay, so I was at my holiday party last night. I'm probably still drunk off of that, so forgive me. But anyway, I was at my holiday party last night, and my homeboy's from Pittsburgh, and he just came back from Pittsburgh. He was there for like a month and a half. So he just came back from Pittsburgh. I said, yo, your Steelers look fucking nice. Now, keep in mind, on the first episode of our season of YFM, I said the Steelers was going to be the worst team. However, I got to retract my statement. These motherfuckers is like 9-3. They look beautiful ever since Russell came into the mix. And I already said that he has a beautiful, beautiful rapport with that team. And that's why they're just doing so well. And they're kicking ass. But the Lions are fucking incredible. Okay. So I said, wouldn't it be something if it was the Steelers and the Lions at the bowl? He was like, oh my God, like parties, we're all getting like wasted. So that made me think, I think it could honestly be the Steelers versus the Lions in the bowl. Now, here's the thing though. Here's the thing. The Lions, and I'm gonna talk about the Steelers schedule too. The Lions have to play the Bills next. God damn, that can go either way. To be fair, they beat the Bills, I think, before. Or no, they haven't played them yet. All right, fuck it. Anyway, so the next game is the Bears after that and the 49ers. Bears and the 49ers, they are going to win those games. Now, it's TBD if they're going to play the Vikings. The Vikings is the only other team that could probably give them a fucking problem because these motherfuckers is like 11-2. They're like incredible.
They're going to play the Vikings. What that means is that we don't know what date it's going to be. They're going to play them though. Yeah, they're going. So
they say January 5th, but it says TBD. So I was like, what the
right? The time to
the time is TBD. Okay, yeah. So that's going to be tough. Either way, if they could beat the Bills, but the Bills are like making a comeback, they're going to beat the Bears. They're going to beat the 49ers. When it comes to that playoff thing, the fucking Lions are such monsters on the field, and they want it so bad because they lost last year. I honestly think they are going to run through every fucking team in the postseason that comes their way. They're going to just murder them. I don't see any mistakes happening. Real shit. Now, Steelers.
They got a tough
Baby.
few weeks coming up. Yeah.
This motherfucking Sunday, they played a funky ass fucking Eagles on everything. This is so deep. This is like the Steelers and Eagles. For one, they're both Pennsylvania. Two, this is deeper than football. Okay, we're talking like
deeper than rap.
Shit. Does the Pittsburgh got better coat than the Philly? Like, it's gonna be on multiple levels of how serious this game is. Okay, this is like everything. This is Rocky motherfucking 5 or 4. Rocky 4, when he was like, all your love, all your pain, everything you got. This fucking game here, Steelers have got to win it. Y'all know I hate the Eagles. They have got to win it. If they can win that the next week, god damn, you got to play the Ravens. The Ravens are looking for redemption. I think they can beat them. Dead ass. I love the Ravens to death, but I think they can beat them. And then they play the fucking Chiefs on Christmas. God damn. If you can win these games, and then you play the Bengals, like, I think they're going to beat the Bengals.
Hey, man, don't front on the Bengals, man. They just got the Cowboys in the
fucking Burrow. Lord have mercy. They got the toughest schedule, period. If you can beat the Eagles, please, Lord, please, on everything I love. I give my left tip for that. If you can beat the Ravens, which I think you will, you can beat the Chiefs because they've been fucking up. They've been winning games by the skin of their teeth. Like, and it's Christmas. Come on, steel curtain, baby. Get it. And you can beat the Bengals. You are going to the fucking bowl. Straight up. Russell Wilson has that motherfucking Seahawk energy up in him. He already got a ring. Does he? I hope so. Anyway, yes. Fuck it. Okay. He already got one. Get another one, baby. I want to see these two teams go to war. I think America needs it. We need steel industry against Detroit Lions underdogs. We need fucking, it's just going to be powerful. Like, who wants to see the Chiefs go again? I don't. You don't. America don't. We don't. Like, let's just keep it 1,000. We do not want to see the Chiefs go to the bowl again. We're not going to see the 49ers go. We don't want to see nobody else. We want to see the Steelers and the Lions, god damn it. So
that's word. That's word, man.
Fixed, like some people say, fixed out of this ass, then let that be the motherfucking vote for the fix. Steelers, Lions, is going to be a bloodbath, or it might just be a defensive bloodbath, and the shit might be 0-0 all the way up to the fourth quarter. Who gives a fuck? It's going to be brutal. It's going to be fighting. It's going to be clawing. Ankles are going to get bit. Ears are going to get bit off. Let's go. Let's see this happen. I really honestly think it could happen. However, I still love my Texans, and I still love my Rams. Y'all know I got like 8 teams. If they go too, I'm with them too. However, let's just manifest this shit because you already know it's going to be gangster as fuck. It's going to be
Wayne.
Field.
Do you mind if I go?
No, go ahead.
All right. Sarita, yes? I think that you are wrong.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
But the reason why I think that you're wrong is because I think that the Steelers may possibly make it to the Super Bowl, but I'm pretty sure it's going to be the Chiefs. This is the reason why. The Steelers play the Eagles, and I think the Steelers are going to beat the Eagles because the Eagles are having a lot of infighting. Did you hear what A.J. Brown said about the offense?
No, what did he say?
He said, they said, so what's the problem with like the passing game? He said, the passing is the problem. That means he talking about Jalen Hurts. And then Brandon Graham, who's the oldest person on that team, the statesman of the defense, came out and did like a radio interview or something and was just talking about how, yeah, Jalen Hurts and A.J. Brown used to be best friends, but that shit is over. They got like problems and it's messed up. And he said all of this shit about what was going on in the locker room, even though they still winning.
Is it
like even a bitch?
Yes,
man.
Like a bitch. It is because of Barkley, Rita, because they trying to make Barkley the MVP. I'm not mad at the Eagles for that shit because that nigga's awesome. He's the best player. But remember I said last week,
it's working.
What? It is working. I said last week that offense is trash without who? Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts is not it. I don't know what the fuck's wrong with him, but he looks like shit. Can't pass the ball for save his life. So I think the Steelers are going to beat the Eagles, but they're going to lose to the Ravens. They're going to lose to the Chiefs, and they damn sure going to lose to the Bengals. So they're going to come into the playoffs on a 3-game losing streak. I don't think they're going to win the division. I think the Ravens going to win the division. So I have the Ravens going to play the Chiefs in the AFC Conference Championship, and the Chiefs beating the Ravens again, and then the Chiefs being in the Super Bowl.
Lamar,
ouch.
Let me go, and I'm gonna let you go. Big homie Wayne.
you got.
Let me go.
Yeah.
Let me go.
Ouch.
Yes, sir.
Now, the Lions. I don't think that the Lions is getting to the Super Bowl. This is why they play the Bills this coming week. The Bills are going to beat them. They play the Bears. They're going to beat the Bears. Everybody know that. They're going to beat the 49ers, but they're not going to beat the Vikings.
I know, man. I know.
And this is the reason why.
I don't know.
The reason why is because the Vikings are 11-2. The Lions are 12-1. I think the Vikings are going to supersede the Lions and win the division. And I think the Vikings are going to have the number 1 seed in the NFC, and they're going to have a bye week. And the reason why I say that is because the Vikings schedule is easier than the Lions, for one. For two, they look like a more complete team. But the real reason why I say that is because the Lions have 15 players on IR. The Lions defense does not exist. All them niggas are injured, dog. They ain't coming back.
Well, how long they been on IR though? Because they still 12.
This is all recent. The reason why they that level is because, for one, they play some pussy teams. They played the Colts, they played the Jaguars, they played the Bears, they played the Cowboys, they played the Seahawks, they played the Cardinals. They played bum teams, yo. Their schedule has been easy as shit. But every week, boom, this person's down. Hitchinson's down. Damn, I forgot they safety. The safety's down. Rita, this is the worst 12-1 team ever. You cannot win the Super Bowl without a defense. I know, Wayne, but they 12-1 because they grit and heart and a beautiful offense. But it's just different in the playoffs.
You said they got 15 people on injured reserve. Are they out for the season, or are they just holding on to them until the playoffs?
So good question, really good question. When you go on IR, it depends. IR means you got to be out for at least 4 weeks, right? And what IR allows you to do is it allows you to sign players off the street or sign free agents or whomever, bring players up from your practice squad, because it gives you like a little bit more cap flexibility. So when you put a player on IR, they out for at least 4 weeks. What I saw is that since about like week 10, they've had 6 new players get on IR. So these niggas ain't coming back until at least week 15, which is this week. But nah, a lot of their injuries are like season ending, or they ain't coming back till the second week of the playoffs. So that's the problem. Like Wayne said, they 12-1. So what the fuck am I talking about? If you look at their schedule, they play some bum teams, man. I'm worried about the Lions. Man. They're the best. They're the worst team in terms of defense to ever be 12-1 that I've ever seen. I'm worried about them.
We're going to see.
Big homie Wayne, I just said Sarita was completely wrong. And I don't have another team that's going to make it to the Super Bowl besides the Eagles or the Vikings from the NFC. And both of those teams going to lose to the fucking Chiefs. What do you think, big homie Wayne? You think I'm tripping?
No, I don't think you're tripping. I don't think either one of you tripping. It's I don't know how to say it without sounding like so common, but I'm like, it's football. You're like, you're speaking more factual based, but like I always say, you never know who's going to win and lose. You know what I mean? So somebody's going to flip up. That Cowboy shit is going to happen again to somebody else where they get a blunder. You know what I mean? And then Rita's not wrong, because I think Rita and I are in the same field where we're like, we want to see something different, and we already know that. Yes, Mahomes is going to make it. He's the golden child. They're moving NFL along in his favor. That's what I believe. That's what I think, So I don't think it's a matter of being right and wrong. I just think it's a matter of what we want to see. Rita and I want to see something different. I want to see Detroit actually get somewhere and do something because the city needs it and the team needs it as well, but more so the city. And Pittsburgh, they're a winning Super Bowl team, but it's more so about Russ. And you want to see Russ do it again, man. And Russ has been doing so well since they put him in the game, and you want to see him finish well. Like I said, you're speaking more factual based, but then I can't even say it's really factual based because you don't know what's going to happen.
I'm still assuming. Season. I'm still assuming shit. I do not know.
And bro, we've been wrong as hell. Bitch.
Besides Rita.
Yeah. Everybody's
the only one.
Man. Rita's been right. So a
little bit.
So that's I just want to see them do it. I want to see them make it. I wouldn't be mad if that was the Super Bowl. I would have watched every fucking play, man. Because even if Russ lost, it would still be it wouldn't be a ding to his legacy. Because to have him only how much they gave him, he has like $1 million he made this year.
It's nothing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He made a whole bunch of money from the Broncos. They paying his salary. So he made like 38 from the Broncos, but he got like Steelers and paying him like $1 million.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't think it'll be like a hard hit to his legacy. I think this whole season has been great to his legacy. Win or lose, make it to the Super Bowl or not. It's been dope and it's been solidified. And I also feel like in order for him to rise, a couple people had to fall. You got your Rodgers. Rodgers has been playing like shit. So that opened up that window. that opened up that window for somebody else to get that spotlight that everybody thought Aaron Rodgers was going to take. And nobody said anything about Russ. I'm like, oh, he's on the Steelers. He's not going to play. They just did this because of this and that. And he's killing it. He took Rodgers' spot. And nobody expected it. And I think that happening for him made his legacy a lot better than it has been the past like couple years for him. You know what I mean? So so yeah, that's why you want to see him do well because you want to see him make it. And Russ is a good dude. He's a cornball. We all know, but he's a good guy. You don't ever see him out in the strip clubs. He ain't even ever talking shit about his other teammates in the media and shit like that. You know what I mean? So you just want to see people like that, dude. He's a great person. You just want to see him do well.
He's a family
unfortunately,
man.
He's a family man. He's a family man,
but
and
he's playing like a fucking. He's playing like the boogeyman. He's playing like the boogeyman. That motherfucker right there, boy. You go ahead. Go ahead.
Personality.
Go ahead.
Personality, man.
That's motherfucker John Wick. And just take it into so if we look at the NFC as a whole, on some real shit. If you look at the NFC as a whole, the only people that I think could just like sneak in and just fuck up your whole life and you won't see it coming, outside of the Lions, outside of the Vikings, and outside of the Eagles, bitch asses, you got the Commanders, but I feel like they still kind of like young. But at the same time, like I don't see them going past like the second week of postseason period. But I love my babies, and I feel like they're a sneaky ass motherfucking team if they can get it together. And then the Rams are sneaky as shit. They've been breaking hearts. They've been breaking motherfucking hearts. Fuck them Cardinals. And then the Packers. Let's not sleep on the Packers either. Them motherfuckers is 9-4. The fuck? Jordan Love is possessed. Them motherfuckers are possessed on some real shit. Like they have incredible games.
But they're not gonna. They're not going. They might not even make the playoffs because they third in their division.
Yeah,
which is insane. That's how good they is.
No, it's a shame. It's a shame.
But that's okay. They're a year away. They're young. They're young.
The Pack. I would not sleep on them because there's somebody that if they came down to the NFC North, they might break your heart and beat the motherfucking Vikings and then make it to the Lions game. Like you never know. You never know. So they're sneaky. You got to keep an eye on them. They're sneaky. Everybody else in the NFC South, sorry, you're out of here. Sorry, Buccaneers.
Yeah, it's the Buck. It's probably gonna be the Bucks. But don't act like the Bucks won't win a game in the playoffs. They got a lot of talent. They can win a game. They'll win a game on your ass. They're gonna knock off somebody, and they already beat the Lions. They're the only team to beat the Lions this year.
Yeah, remember that. They sneaky as shit. And then looking at the AFC, the sneaky ass NFC. I mean the AFC. Who the fuck is sneaky over here? Well, the Bills, they hungry. They just got that hunger. The Chiefs,
fuck them.
Yeah. Steelers, though, the Ravens, the Texans. I hope my babies get there. We're gonna see how they're gonna act this week. They had an off week.
Yep.
Let's see if they took Sarita's advice and learned from their fucked up mistakes for the last 5 games.
Diggs hurt them. Diggs getting injured hurt them, man. When Diggs got injured, that really killed them.
But then you need to reformat your shit. Let's go offense. Let's go motherfucking defense. Like, let's get it. Y'all made it so far last year. Do not fuck that up. Even if you could just make it through week 1 or week 2 of post game, I will be proud of you. However, you made it all the way to the far with that rookie, baby. But now let's come together. So let's see how they're going to act, and let's see if they listen to me. I hope they did. But yeah, the AFC is like,
I don't know.
We're going to see.
This is going to be the best 4 weeks of football of the year.
Yes.
This week, games is going to be so dope.
Yes.
Please watch, y'all. Everybody watch, because it's going to be so much for us to talk about next week. And next week will be our last live stream before Christmas. It'll be our last live stream before Christmas. And then we'll probably pick back up once, the new year kicks off. Right before the New Year's. I think we're going to probably be back on the 30th. So, yeah, man. Crazy times. Great conversation. Rita, I respect your opinion. If it happens, it'll be one of the best Super Bowls we've had in years. But I really do believe that the Chiefs are going to make it. And the Chiefs versus the Lions, to me, it's the same.
We're trying not to say that because we don't want that to happen. Man.
I would love to see the Bills.
Yeah.
I would love to see the Bills.
Oh shit, yeah.
But really, my team is the Ravens. I want to see my G win one.
Yeah.
Let him and Derrick Henry get there. But they gotta play better, man. You gotta take it. You gotta take it, and they can take it. And I think the Steelers are going to blunder. I think they're going to fuck up because they have a crazy schedule, and the Ravens are going to catch them. Thursday Night Football is going to be psycho. It's the 49ers versus the Rams. Sunday's going to be crazy, which is my birthday, which is dope.
Yes.
So it's just going to be a weird thing. And speaking of my birthday, if you think about getting me a birthday gift, how about you go to jimmybfearless.com and just pre-order The Love Is Real. $9.99 for the digital copy. If you want the CD, you can pre-order that for $20. If you want the vinyl, it's $30. And you still get a digital download with each one of those when it comes out. So do me a favor, do yourself a favor. It's a fantastic album. Actually still working on it, getting these features together. But it's a dope album. Gonna be at least 13 or 14 songs, depending on how the final cut is. But yeah, pre-order that album, man, and check out Forget. Check out Lost in the Bottle. Check out the songs that we have that's out there for it. And yeah, man, that's a good way to support us, support the channel, and definitely to support me for my birthday. So, all right, y'all, let's go ahead and get up out of here for this evening. Fantastic show. Make sure y'all like, make sure y'all subscribe. Thank y'all so much. And we out of here. Peace, y'all.
Bye, baby.
Peace. Have a good week.